Our power meter cum is a 79.71% aggregate rating for the issue. That is a smidge.
Very high.
It's not very high, but it's a smidge higher than the rolling GamePro average of 79.06%. So a little better above average issue, which, like I said, reading the cover, I had fears would not be the case. So was a pleasant surprise. And nominations. It's been so long, I think you went second because that's how we ended up on G.I. Joe, I think, is that you kind of conceded to it at the end of your thing. So maybe you go first this time around.
Yeah, I had a tough time with nominations this time. I don't know. We've seen most of these things, and so the things that we hadn't seen were not necessarily things I wanted to play for a long period of time. So I have Jackie Chan.
That's not even in here. Where was that at?
Yes, it is.
Show me where that was at.
It was an ad on like page 3. It's at the very beginning.
Ugh, okay.
Stop hating. I wouldn't just make stuff up.
That's an insane. That would be an insane ass thing to make up too.
So Jackie Chan,
just trying to plant Jackie Chan's action kung fu in every issue.
Truxton.
I put it. That's it. I don't know if you clocked. I did not put all the library titles from the Genesis ad in there. Yes. I put in Truxton just for you.
Definitely Truxton. And then Double Dragon 3.
Okay.
Double Dragon 3. I mean, like I said, I feel like that still would be a crazy thing, and I would definitely have to Game Genie it because it's tough, but it's Double Dragon 3, and I was like, oh, snap, it's available.
Okay. Well, I just kind of like de facto-ally. What was that word I said earlier?
Oh, what did you say?
Potentially or something.
We gotta go find it.
I'll have to fucking make some sort of an auditory meme of it so we can just we can soundboard it. So I put that in here just because I felt like it was, it's not the I feel like it's the cover issue game, or cover feature game, even though it's not. It is the first pro view for the NES, you know what I mean? And that's the kind of thing that's usually on the cover, So
what game?
I put that in here.
Wait, what game?
Kabuki Quantum Fighter.
Okay.
And again, the hair, it just is a good game. It's ninja options. The hair thing is interesting, And then I also have Shadow Dancer in the Genesis, so I started off pretty ninja heavy. Again, I think that probably in the Genesis, the Sega Visions we have coming out, I think it's the next issue, maybe even, or maybe after Back to Nintendo Power for one. We have it is. I think
Didn't we talk Kabuki before?
We've definitely talked about it before. Yeah, it's been I probably nominated it before. Are we going back to where's it at here? We are finally back to Sega Visions next. So I feel like Shadow Dancer, because it's a big Sega title, will probably be a huge thing in that. And, I can hear waiting for that before we really entertain that. Those are my early entries. Because, I think I have 5 that I put on here, and I didn't. Sometimes I'm compelled to pare it down after I get that many. This time I was not. The next one I have is Gaeres, which, again, just a searing space shmup that I think... Because I was actually going to, again, I put it on the outline, Truxton, and I was like, I'm going to throw him for a loop and fucking put Truxton in my list here, just to like take it out of the potential option list. But when I saw Gaeres, another space shmup that was just off the fucking charts, I was like, I can't do that. We're gonna space shmup, or space shmup rather. If that's what's going to happen after this fucking episode, we're going to do Gaeres. And then I put Zombie Nation on here because it is nuts and was mind-blowingly more fun than I could have ever guessed it would have been. And we also got, doing the posting for it, there was some corroboration from the disciples about it being a good game and people enjoying it and having the Rampage vibes. There were some posts and responses too that suggest it was a game that I was not alone in thinking was interesting and fun to play. So that one, and then my last one I put was Double Dragon 2. Again, trying to I feel like if 3's out now, shit, let's get this done. But I'm willing to call that overlap and just jump to 3 also as a potential solution. Even though also I think we will have probably in the next Nintendo Power probably some pretty serious Double Dragon 3 coverage. But we also run the risk of getting some other games that force us away from doing that. So we kind of have a little bit of a slim situation going on here where we have some Double Dragon overlap, and that doesn't happen often. So, I'll listen to advocating for taking that leap.
I could definitely do I could talk about Kabuki Fighter. And Double Dragon. I could talk about Double Dragon. I feel bad skipping 2, knowing that you haven't beat it, but it would just be like I would just be playing it to play it again. Like I wouldn't even know what I would talk about. Like I would have to be in a whole different mindset to try to talk about that game again. Like it's new and different for me.
I mean, is there a story revelation at the end that I'm fucking gonna miss out on? I feel like there probably isn't.
I don't think so. So, I don't know. I'm kind of open. Like I really just nothing really jumped out at me this time. So I don't really have a strong feeling either way.
Okay.
I have a strong leaning.
Yeah, that's the tough thing for me too. Is none of these were like, ooh, it's got to be that in my mind, and I'm just putting others, which is part of why I probably didn't pare it down, is because they were all kind of on the same.
I could always play Double Dragons, but I like flying shooters, so even if it's not Truxton, I could talk about Gaia Res. You know what I mean? Like something different.
I feel like we'll have a hard time not enjoying that.
That sounds like a good idea. I have a hard time not enjoying it.
Yeah, enjoying a game. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I like that too. That's something simple and very modular that I can fucking work through. Again, trying to make it practical for my fucking real life right now. Compartmentalize stage after stage and fucking get that done in a way that's a game that's more story based is going to be fucking tougher because I'm going to be coming in and out of it with fucking work shit. So. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that, again, 100. I feel like we have to get to the bottom of whether or not that's actually true. If we're gonna get our first 100, how can we turn our nose up to a magazine telling us it is a perfect video game? Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think the scientific curiosity there maybe should be the biggest catalyst for our choice here.
That's fair. That's fair.
If we're gonna get our first 100 ever, how can we not explore that more? Especially
I don't believe you.
It's not like it's a game like Mario 3. I know that's good too. It's like a game we've never even fucking heard of. It's like, hey, it's 100. Like what? So okay, that was what's Dr. fucking Doom? What was his fucking name? Dr. Doolittle. Dr. Dave. Let's find out whether Dr. Dave's got the goods on his fucking journalistic integrity here, and play Gaia-Res then. I'm down with that.
All right.
Okay. That's it. It'll be Gaia-Res, so we're going to play a little bit of Sega Genesis action to segue us to finally getting back to Sega Visions.